Occupational Health and Safety Policies and Procedures, or OHS policies in the workplace. For protection of the people working with personal computers, peripherals and other devices inside the laboratory. What is occupational health and safety? OHS is a planned system of working to prevent illness and injury where you work. Occupational health and safety procedure is the responsibility of all persons in the workplace. By knowing OHS, you can identify the hazards where you are working and decide how dangerous they are. Being able to know safety procedures will help you eliminate the hazard or modify the risk that it presents. You may be asking, what is a hazard and what is a risk? A hazard is anything that could cause harm. And risk is a combination of two things: the chance that the hazard will cause harm and how serious that harm could be. What does this mean? Risk is usually described as being high, medium or low. For example, think about crossing a road. The cars and other traffic are the main hazards. And your mental calculation of the risk is a combination of how likely it is that you'll be hit by a vehicle, along with how seriously you might be injured. And there are things that could affect the likelihood and there are things that could affect the severity. In school, each student has a responsibility to their colleagues and their organization to report and act upon any potential workplace hazard. Let's proceed to the OHS Standards procedure. We have 6 procedures. First, you need to identify the hazard. Second, clear the area close to the hazard. Third, partition the hazard off or clearly identify the area to protect other people from harm. Fourth, if the hazard is easily and safely cleared, then do so. If not, fifth, report the hazard to the appropriate person, such as teacher in charge, principal, etc., to obtain assistance. And lastly, following clearing of the hazard, fill out the correct documentation to assist in identifying improved practice to reduce further incidents of hazards. All hazards must be reported using accidental report form. This enables us to track the kinds of hazards we have in our workplace, and take action where necessary to make it safer for all students and clients. Hazardous substance. If the workplace hazard appears to be dangerous to staff and clients and professional assistance is required, you need to call the supervisor or manager and advise them of the problem and the urgency of the matter. Depending on the risk, it may be called as an evacuation. Follow the evacuation procedure. The supervisor or manager will call in the fire brigade or specialized personnel who will deal with the spill. Fire exits. All fire exits should be kept clear from obstacles. All students have a responsibility to make sure that chairs, empty boxes or any other type of obstacle are not placed in or near fire exit doorways. All corridors also need to have equipment stored on one side only to ensure that in the event of an emergency there is a clear exit. Fire safety procedures. If you find fire, assess the danger prior to doing anything. If it is safe to move, assist anyone in the vicinity of the fire away from danger. If it is possible, close the door to the fire area. Call for assistance. Verbally call fire. Fire, in a loud and clear voice. Break the glass section of the fire alert call point. Call to the switch. Ensure you know where the fire is. Any other details that may be of assistance to the fire brigade. Details could be size of the fire, cause or type of fire, any people hurt or trapped, has anyone tried to put it out? If safe to do so, attack the fire with the correct extinguisher or fire hose. If your designated fire office is not present, someone quickly needs to take responsibility. Locate the source of the fire. Locate any people. Remove all people from the building. Once outside, do a head count. Notify the authorities. Personal safety while working with PCs. Computer equipment can be dangerous, and you or others can be injured or even killed if you don't follow proper safety guidelines when working along with PCs. The following are some precautionary measures to take before working with any computer equipment. Wear shoes with non-conductive rubber soles to help reduce the chance of being shocked or seriously injured in an electrical accident. Do not work on components that are plugged into their power source. Do not remove expansion cards from a computer when it is turned on. Remove jewelries when working inside any computer-related equipment. Be sure not to mix electronic components and water. Thank you for watching.